What's up guys, this is King here bringing you another retrospective. Technically again it's more news than anything regarding Resident Evil 7. So yeah, the DLC for Not a Hero was obviously delayed, and yeah, it stopped a lot of people finding out officially if that is Chris or not and what the hell is going on regarding that Blue Umbrella Corporation single compared to the red one that we had with Umbrella Corp. So there's a lot of confusion going on, a lot of hints, a lot of mysteries, blah blah blah, etc etc as it were. Yeah, well, a Japanese booklet came out with the I believe the airsoft gun that people can order, you know, the one that you get in at the end of the game, the Albert anti-bio weapon that Chris gives you, and I think that you get to use in the actual main game with Chris. And this booklet reveals tons of information. It confirms a lot of information, and what it confirms most is that there are basically two Umbrella corporations right now, or in this case Umbrella Corp units, right? You have the red one, Red Umbrella, and you have the blue one, Blue Umbrella. So yeah, take a wild guess which one is good and which one is bad. Yeah, that's what it seems to be. So basically the gist of this is that when Umbrella went under in 2003 because of the stock market and crashing, and all the testimony from all the survivors, especially from the data, the evidence that they got from the data that Wesker retrieved in Umbrella Chronicles, which he used to give to, you know, the government, which they then used to basically shut down Umbrella. Their assets and everything fell apart and they went down. You know, that's the gist, that's the story that we know. What happened afterwards, however, is that you know, the code for bankruptcy, or whatever, as it were, they used that to kind of bring themselves to re-establish themselves under the eyes of the US government, or the UN, I believe, and Blue Umbrella was established, and these guys pretty much went about making anti-bio weapons for like the bio groups like the BSA. So these guys make these technologies, these weapons, and they give it to the BSA, and the BSA use it in the field or test it out, etc etc. That's how it is. But recently with Red Umbrella, apparently these guys are using the Blue Umbrella name, or just, you know, their name in general, with the logo being red, and they're going around behind the scenes doing their own shit, you know, collecting bioweapon data, unleashing bioweapon, doing experiments, and basically continuing Umbrella's dark legacy, while Blue Umbrella is trying to get out of that dark legacy and re-establish themselves as the good guys. But these guys are pretty much losing their name on the false pretenses and their logo especially, and they're pretty much going around screwing shit up, killing witnesses, etc etc. So, you know, they're getting away with that. And at that point in time, I believe, if you've read the Heavenly Island manga, at the end of that manga, you know, Claire encounters these guys. We don't actually get a good idea who these guys are. It doesn't seem that Claire even recognizes them. And, you know, they're about to be killed, but they get killed instead. And later on, Claire writes a letter or it does an email to Chris notifying of this. And at that point in time, Chris is still in the BSA. Now, the assumption what's happened here is that Chris is now basically an investigator. He's not undercover, okay? Everyone knows who he is. He's gone in there under orders, and he's basically investigating, checking Blue Umbrella out, in order to see if they're sticking with the guidelines that have been set, sticking with the rules, and doing what they're meant to be doing, because everyone is pretty much mistrusting them. And if Red Umbrella has finally been noticed and they're going around doing all this crap, it's probably painting a very bad picture for Blue Umbrella, because at this point it seems like maybe Red Umbrella is part of Blue Umbrella, but they're the ones behind the scenes, and the blue one are the guys in the front lines that everyone knows. So yeah, there's a lot of confusion here going on, mistrust, and Chris has pretty much been sent in to investigate these guys and making sure, you know, that they're following the orders that have been set by them, by the UN and the government. So yeah, the guy at the end of Resident Evil 7 is 100% confirmed to be Chris Redfield. So yeah, I have to say, I don't know how to feel, but I'm very disappointed, but at the same time I'm like, I guess it makes sense, because after the pictures of his character started popping out with the poses and that, and we got a pretty better look at him, the first thing I thought is this dude does look like a realistic sort of version of the RE1 remake / Code Veronica version. I mean, I guess this is what Chris would look like if they were basing it on those designs and updating that. And yeah, the biggest problem I just think is that we all got dumbfounded from his redesign from like 5.6 to this. So I mean, if this had come out, like for example after Ori or Veronica, I don't think anyone would have complained. It's because it came out after 6 with that design and everything that people are like, what? Especially with Vendetta coming out and he's still got that same design. I get they were trying to go for, they were using this photorealistic technology in order to create these more realistic characters, but it's so much of a drastic change. And the theories that we all had regarding Hank as well, like, it's kind of sad that that's going nowhere. However, with this information that's now released about Blue and Red Umbrella, it doesn't take away the fact that if you've played Umbrella Corps, you know that Hank is back and that he's working for that team. And we also know that potentially a resurrected Albert Wesker is back. So you've got those guys on that side, and you've got these guys on this side with Chris and the BSA backing them up. So potentially, I can really see where this new Sargo, new storyline is going to go with the future RE games of, you know, Blue Umbrella versus Red Umbrella with Chris on this side and potentially Hank and Wesker on that side if Capcom decides to do anything with those Easter eggs or those potential spoilers revealed in that game. Probably not, but you never know. But there's also this little part here, I think, in the booklet that gives us a mind to Chris's, you know, thoughts. And yeah, like, where is it? Here we go. So this booklet pretty much has this little line here. Breathing a sign of relief, Chris Redfield leaned forward and watched from the helicopter in the sky. The body glistening with a blue umbrella logo. He was staring at Ethan, who had successfully lived, as if reflecting his own younger days. July 1998. If that damned mansion incident hadn't occurred, what would my life be like now? Would I still be with Alpha Team of Raccoon City Specialized Division stars? Perhaps earnestly protecting Raccoon City day and night? Perhaps there wouldn't be a future where I died, would seriously injured in the Republic of Indiana? Or worse, might I have lived the life of an asthmatic alcoholic if I hadn't met the late Piers? He was possessed by sentiment in a silence lasting only a few seconds. Only someone involved could understand the pain and sorrow. He cut off such sentiment and accomplished his mission again. In his hands, in his still body, in his hands is his still body, the samurai edge. So it's very funny that he's using a weapon that's named Albert after his worst enemy. But I believe the explanation for that is also said to be the fact that they used Albert's DNA or research or whatever to create these weapons. So yeah, the samurai edge that you get in that game is an example of the tech that Blue Umbrella has made in order to fight bio anti-weapons. So yeah, and obviously, like I just read here, Chris. Now, what's interesting about this segment here is that Chris here is on the helicopter looking at Ethan, who successfully lived. It doesn't mention Mia, which leads to the possibility that the canon ending of Resident Evil 7 is the one where Mia actually dies, which makes a lot more sense. Because you don't see what happens to Zoe, whereas if you pick the Zoe option, you see that she dies, and you also realize that the serum whatever that you get doesn't do shit. And it makes a lot more sense in the context of the game at the end, towards the end of the ship, when you're escaping and you got Evie writing all this crap saying it's your fault and that. So yeah, Mia potentially died might be the canon ending of the game. Which is screwed up, but again, I think it makes sense. And if people are wondering how Mia got onto the ship, you could just say that Evie was the one who took her from the dock and brought her there because she wants her to know who she is, etc, etc. So yeah, that could be a case that yeah, the canon ending is the one where Mia potentially dies. But yeah, also like I said, this pretty much confirms that Chris is that dude. And then using technology from Blue Umbrella, they're working for Blue Umbrella, and then you got the Red Umbrella running around. We don't have more information than that than what we have here. But yeah, it's a shame really. I guess all of this information with the booklet was meant to be revealed after people had played the DLC, which I guess was meant to come out sometime around now or before, but it got delayed. So, you know, what are you gonna do, right? Yeah. Overall, I guess it's interesting. I am hyped and excited to see where the direction of the series is gonna go next. I am still hyped to play this DLC. I am kind of happy it's Chris now. But at the same time, there is a bit of disappointment there because I was hoping potentially it would be Hank because it would have tied in nicely with the theme of the game, which in my opinion is duality. You know, you go into this game thinking one thing, but it turns out to be the other. But then I guess this twist here also sort of remains the same because, you know, at the end of RE7, you don't know if it's Chris. Only to have, if you played it, you would have found that yeah, it actually is Chris, and you know, the Umbrella Corps in this game are actually good. So that really does still sort of have the theme of the duality element in there. But yeah, it would have been maybe better, but I don't know. It's not a break or thing that it's not something that breaks the game. But I think for how it was set up, I think people would have been a lot more happier maybe with playing Hank or something after all these years. But no, I guess it is what it is. Which also confirms honestly, I am honestly expecting for a lot of the characters to be redesigned in the future, and if RE2 Remake is using this same technology that RE7 used, I am expecting Leon, Claire, and everyone else to look very different in that remake. But yeah, anyway guys, as always, like and subscribe, whatever, and I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.